annual Tesla Gala at Flower Field. You guys picked the best places. You know, everybody's saying, by the way, best food this year, best everything. It just gets better. I saw you last year. It was an amazing event last year, and then let's just get right to it and get it out of the way. A week later, me and you were standing next to each other, holding each other literally as the lab was burning. Luckily, it didn't burn to the ground. Your reflection on that and where we are a year later.
I don't know if you realize that today is November 21st, and that fire was on November 21st. It's the 1 year anniversary.
Okay.
And we didn't plan that. We do this on Thursday before Thanksgiving, and it just happened to fall on our anniversary. And obviously, a lot of us are reflecting over the past year. It's been a very difficult year. So, yes, the last gala that we were here last year was a high point for the organization. We had started construction. We had, back to raising money after COVID had basically shut everything down. And, we felt like we were in the final stretch, and then another gut punch, So this has been a long year for all of us, dealing with the insurance issues. The insurance company is trying to deny the claim. Not our insurance, but the contractor's insurance. Mm-hmm. Fundraising is the essential item that's going to, make sure the project stays on track. So being here tonight on the 1 year anniversary and having this kind of crowd and this kind of generosity is a real good shot in the arm from a morale perspective for my staff and I and the board.
Has to be.
But also, it's a shot in the arm in terms of our fiscal health and the need to raise the capital to move the project forward. So, we originally we do operational fundraising, we do capital fundraising. The capital cost of this project was $20 million prior to the fire. Now we're looking at close to $24 million. So we had $6 million left to raise. Now we have $10 million left to raise. So we had raised $14 million. We were doing, really well before that fire. So we just, we're playing catch up, and it's essential that we raise $2.5 million as soon as possible over the next year to make sure the project does not fall behind, from a timeline perspective. But we are hopeful that, over the next month or two, we'll be back in construction mode.
Wow.
That's the most important thing for us right now is to get the construction underway again.
And getting into action would mean, you were, correct me if I'm wrong, stripping away from the lab. That was one of the things that was happening, stripping away the old buildings. And I think a lot of people have seen the pictures. If not, I'll put some in the background just to give some perspective. Get those buildings away, get that lab single and separate. And then there was the Welcome Center, which I thought was definitely first. Has that changed in terms of priority?
Yeah, so we have one more permit at the town of Brookhaven that I believe actually happens this month, and then we could mobilize a different contractor that we've had, for that specific part of the project. Right. And so we believe by the end of January we'll be in construction mode there. But, and that's important because it'll be the first thing open, and we'll be open to the public with an exhibit and a classroom. But the lab is the most important thing on site. And until we get in to do the remediation from the fire and get that debris out of there, get the lab at least covered from the elements, that's going to be the most important thing over the next couple of months. We do want to remove the lab build walls have to be shored up before we could even remove the debris. But once all of that is done, then we can take the buildings around the lab, finish the demolition, and then we could go to actually preserving the exterior envelope. That's the most important thing. Okay. Preserving the exterior envelope, getting the roof, a real roof, back on the lab, getting the brick repointed, getting the windows done and the doors done. Then it's not exposed to the elements. It's a more secure building. We don't have to worry about people, breaking in, and then we could start the internal restoration. But we're not in a race against time in terms of the elements. So getting back to that and raising the $2.5 million to finish the exterior envelope, that is our priority right now.
Okay, fantastic. I'm going to put the URL to donate. Marc talks a lot about, when he says Brookhaven, and this video is being seen around the world. Understand there's all types of things that happen at the local level that we will not bore you with, but this board is completely, incredibly dedicated. We appreciate that. I'm going to get Marc out of here. He's supposed to be in another room actually doing a program. So thanks for spending a few seconds with us.
Appreciate it. Thank you.